the morning of, like that Wednesday morning when people come to pick up that line, it just like humbles you every time.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, dang, these people still like,
they need me.
They still come out here and they still want our pie and they're still willing to, you know, their hard-earned money and spend it here with us.
Gabby Reising of Buttermilk Sky Pie Shop.
Yep, that's it. Nailed it.
Birkdale.
Birkdale Village.
So you are the pie lady.
I'm the pie lady.
Tell me kind of the origin story, you know, like pies. Were you a baker? Did you just decide like, hey, I'm a expert baker and I'm a pie person and that's what I'm going to open? Like, that's not a normal thing to open a pie shop. It's like little old ladies usually. And you're not. Yeah.
So, we own the shop as a family. It's my sister and I, and then it's a family affair. Like everyone, we knew whatever business we did, we would all be involved. So it's myself, my sister, our husbands, the kids, they all have to chip in. And then in-laws, and then my brother-in-law, Garrett, is our store manager. So we just kind of knew when we wanted to do a business that whatever we did, it was going to be family. And then we fell in love with Buttermilk Sky Pie Shop. And something that we fell in love, one of the things we fell in love with about it was everything is made from scratch daily. So everything is made there. Nothing comes prepped, pre-made, you know, it's all there. Toppings, crust, whatever. So and it was traditional. You know, we felt like pies have been around forever.
And who doesn't love a pie?
Who doesn't love a pie?
I mean, good God, you can put smiles on people's faces every day.
Right. And I'm like, you can't be upset with pie. The other thing was like, yeah, you think about pie at Thanksgiving and Christmas, but Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July, New Year's, like we have a lot of holidays that are centered around pie. Thursday. And that was the whole thing. Like we sell the big pies, which you would think about at the holidays, but then we have the little ones. And that was kind of the thing when we were picking our location, and the whole concept and everything was, you know, how can we make sure these are accessible? And just when you're walking and you're like, hey, I want something sweet, or hey, it's Friday night and I'm out in Birkdale. And so that is kind of how, you know, one of the reasons we pushed really hard to be in Birkdale Village and just put the concept there was because, you know, there's pie all the time.
Yeah, no, and
it's pie time all the time.
For sure. Like when we moved into our house, our neighbor went to your place and grabbed us some pies and left them on the doorstep. And that's how we became best friends with our neighbor. And,
and there you go. Pie brought you together.
Exactly.
And yeah, we believe that.
But I love the idea of the small pies because like, I'm not going to go in and buy a big pie. Why? Because I can get 6 little pies and try them all.
Yep. And a lot of people do.
Yeah. So tell me, like, obviously you have the full size, you've got the sampler. Is there like a split of purchases? Do you see more of one or the other? Or
yeah. Apple and key lime.
Okay.
Are hands down.
Your apple's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome.
It's made with Granny Smith apples with a brown sugar butter crumble in a shortbread crust. Like you can't, you know, and then key lime, which is actually like so scary to do because everyone has their take on key lime pie. I'm
not a key lime fan.
Okay. So, you know, especially people who live further south and like Florida and all that, they're like, oh, I've had the best key lime pie ever. Like you can't possibly, you know, and it is. Apple and key lime compete for the #1 spot all the time. Okay. Like it's that perfect, it's in a graham crust with like that perfect sweet tart cream cheese topping. Like it's really refreshing and it's so good. But yeah, the little 4-inch pies, we definitely sell the most of. We have our little 4 stack where you can, you know, pick 4 flavors,
that's my spot.
Stack them up. People love to give them as gifts to teachers, people moving in next door, your neighbor, whatever, get well soon, like all of it. Right. So it's just a good little option to try everything. Yeah. My personal favorite, peanut butter or chocolate.
That's my favorite too.
It's so rich.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I tell people ahead of time, I'm like, you got to love peanut butter and chocolate. But it's seriously,
but
just
it's the perfect
so
4-inch size.
It is. And you know, we even do them in a 2-inch size.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So little tiny 2-inch. We do those in select flavors. Those are huge for baby showers, weddings, birthday parties, celebrations. That's where we really sell a lot of those.
Yeah.
And then we have our cookies and things like that. But yeah, definitely those 4-inch pies.
That's super cool. So tell me about this family affair. I'm a family business person, so I get it. Now, you've got the whole family. It's really just me and my wife, and we force our daughter. She's 3. She'll be 4 next month.
She'll have to be involved.
She's already in the marketing. It's fine.
That's right.
So tell me, how's that like relationship been with working with the family? And like, I really think it's cool with you and your sister. Like that's unique. It's interesting.
It's really special. And, you know, when we decided to do something together, a lot of people told me like, you don't go into business with your family, you know, it's risky. But my sister and I are close. We're actually 7 years apart. So that's kind of was weird growing up. And then as we got older, we just became really close. And we just wanted to do everything together. She moved to Charlotte and I was like, well, I want to move to Charlotte. Like I have to be near you. And then she had her first son and I was like, yeah, I have to be near you. Like that's my nephew. And then it just like started pouring in the whole family. So it really started with just her and I, and then her husband and my husband work in NASCAR. They work at Joe Gibbs Racing together.
Oh, my dad retired from there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Incredible family-owned business. Yep. And, you know, so our world when we moved here just became racing and pie. And then
mine wasn't pie, but it's racing. Yeah,
it's racing. Yeah, you get, and that's a crazy world, right? It has its own crazy schedules and all of that. But funny enough, pie season and race season kind of alternate. So like race season ends in mid-November, pie season picks up November to December. So we were like, okay, well, when you're done with race season, you have to come and make pies.
That's
and
awesome.
so they're in there pressing apples, doing all the, you know, washing dishes. I call my brother-in-law Wes. He's our maintenance guy. And then my husband's brother moved here shortly after we did. And his name is Garrett. And then we just were like, all right, well, you've been in the restaurant business, like, come on in. Like, and he just came in and picked it up, and whenever we opened, it was just insane. So it did take everybody. It took all of our staff. We were there 80-hour weeks. It was just wild. And so it just kind of brought our whole family together. And then my sister's in-laws, they fold every single one of our boxes. If you receive a pie in a box from us, it has been hand folded by them. And it takes, I mean, we have thousands and thousands of pies go at the holidays. Like I can't sit there and fold every box, you know? So it takes all of us. And then sometimes people come in, they see the kids running around and usually they're eating the pie. But it's just, it was really, really important to us. My sister and I lost our dad last year, and he owned a business that we grew up in, and we just kind of knew we wanted to carry that. And we saw a lot of entrepreneurs in our family, and we wanted to keep it going. Yeah.
So prior to pies, what was you guys doing? You said you were not in the pie world.
Not in the pie world. My sister's a nurse practitioner, and I was in early childhood education. And then my husband's a math guy. Brother-in-law works, you know, that whole dynamic. And I just felt like, you know, we wanted to be a part of the community, and we wanted to. It was funny because when we all kind of tried thinking of business ideas, my brother-in-law was like, we're going to do storage units. And I was like, well, that's not fun. Now I'm like, we should have done storage units. But I was like, we wanted something that was going to bring us into this community. And we didn't grow up here. I grew up in East Tennessee, and my sister did. And so when we came here, we had a lot to learn, and a lot to learn about the area. And then the people were just awesome. And we were welcomed, and we were like, hey, we want to open a business here. We want to be a part of this. And so many people, it was just so well received. And they just, we just celebrated 5 years. And I've said it multiple times, like, it's because of this community. They have just poured into us. And like, we try really, it's a focus of ours to give back into the community. But they continue to show up, and, you know, we're so grateful for that.
Yeah. So you mentioned your 5 years. I'm sure this wasn't by accident, but you opened on 3/14, which is Pie Day.
Yep. That was our grand opening.
Was that planned?
So actually, no. We were supposed to open in 2020. We had secured an SBA loan. They pulled it right before when everything started shutting down. And I was like, well, what are we going to do? I just sold my soul basically to get that SBA loan. So I went and I just learned more about the pie business, and I worked really hard, and I just learned more ins and outs of, owning a, retail restaurant, bakery. And I spent that time really, really working hard on learning the ins and outs of that. And then we didn't have like our location. It was just everything, right? And then we finally secured a loan. We got the lease, And then construction was just like so far. Permits. I had to go to the
long.
commissioners. I had to go everywhere. And I was like, please let me build this pie shop.
I just want to bring pies to people.
So yeah, we were supposed to open like August 2020. And here it was February 2021. And we were good to open. So we had our soft opening in February. And I was like, well, we're having our grand opening pie day weekend.
It's already close. We can wait.
Yeah, I was like, we're going to get our staff ready. And I'm so glad we did because it was wild.
Oh, I bet that was insane.
It was just crazy. And we gave away tons of free pie and free pie for a year. And we went all out and people showed up and we were nervous. We were like, are people going to come out? Are people going to stand in lines? Are people ready to, but I think we were very fortunate. We hit that mark where everyone was getting more comfortable. Things were opening up again and people were ready to get out and they were ready to, enjoy life again.
Yeah.
We opened Pie Day and now it's like a celebration, every year.
Yeah. I'm sure what's nice is it makes it easy to remember of when you actually open because I'm like, I don't remember the actual date that we got started. Yeah. So 5 years, you've learned a lot. There's been a lot of things that have happened.
A lot.
What's kind of one or two like big takeaways you've had as you've kind of had this business journey over the last 5 years?
I think I've lived 1,000 lives in 5 years. It's flown by. And also I just look back and I'm like, wow, I did not have a clue what I was doing, but I'm really fortunate that I figured it out. I think when you go into a business, you are worried about, yourself and you're worried about how people are going to, receive it and the success of it and all of that. But really like what foundation you have to lay before you start this journey. And I think a lot of that I just didn't know. I didn't know the accounting side. I didn't know the social media side. I didn't know, I knew the pie side and I knew the people side of it. I love being around people. I love making connections and networking. And that was a huge part of it. And I'm grateful I had that. I think looking back, I just really wish I would have learned more about that, like been more confident in those things. And because unfortunately, not everyone's out to have your best interest. And I learned the hard way on quite a few things. And they end up being really expensive mistakes, like you just trust the wrong accountants. You trust the wrong, service company to supply your ingredients or what, you think that they're just going to do the right thing and you're going to find the right people. And there are incredible people that you network with and you make those connections and they're so important. But I think you have to wear so many hats and I just didn't know. I was like, okay, I can be a baker. I can be a manager. Oh, I can, hiring, firing. I can be an accountant. Yeah. Oh, I can run my social media. Oh, I can be the repair person. Like, it's just, you have no idea until you get into it and you're like, I was a teacher. Yeah. Like, so I think you just have to be really mindful about, you're always going to learn things along the way, but being open-minded to learning all kinds of things. And you can't do everything. I think you do have to have those people, and surround yourself with the right people. It's so important, but you do have to, definitely know the ins and outs and wear all those hats. Yeah. I talk to a lot of people where they're like, well, should I start this business? I've got this or that. And, I'm good at this thing. And a lot of times I'm like, probably not, to be honest. Like you don't realize everything that goes into it. It's not just doing the thing that you want to do. That is the smallest part of what running your business is. It is, and if you are passionate, that's so great because you're going to have to be every morning when you wake up, when there's not a line out the door, when there is, when orders messed up, whatever, like you have to show up every day. And I have employees that account on that, so your passion definitely has to stay and it can get crushed time and time again. Like it's people will try to put that out. Yeah. But I think there are so many people who have these talents, right? And they want to share them with the world. And that's incredible. And it's so important that they do. But I think that, and then also business and ownership is so different, right? Like sometimes they mesh really well and it's great. And then sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I need the help to carry this, right. And make it, give it out to the world. And I think even though I've been burned and since, and learned a lot and things and learned lessons, I still stand by like, you just have to know that you don't know everything and you have to surround yourself with the right people. And sometimes those people will come and go. But there are people who know their talent and their things so well that they can bring it and help you, make your business successful.
No, that's great. I have a couple questions for you that I'm just genuinely curious. Most pies you guys have put out in a day. What is that?
Like how many do we sell and how many do we bake?
Like I bet on the Friday before Thanksgiving or something, it's dumb.
Yeah. So about we were open Tuesday and Wednesday, the week of Thanksgiving, and about I'd say 1,500 9-inch pies go out in those 2 days.
9-inch, not even the little guys.
We do not do the little ones. So everyone,
asking.
Don't ask. At Thanksgiving, we do not do the small ones because there's just no way. They're so labor intensive, and so we are there.
I was going to say, are you there 24/7 on that?
All night. I think
just have shifts.
This last Thanksgiving, we went through 500 pounds of apples.
That was one of my questions. Like, what's a crazy number of things you go through?
The whole year was like 32. I mean, it's just insane. And we are, we're hand pressing those apples.
You're a farmer's best friend.
Yeah. So they have a lot of moisture and they come with a lot of water and all this stuff. So you are hand pressing all of that. And so that pie is just like crisp and it's just, perfect, and then when you have 200 9-inch apple going out, you need all of them to be perfect. So all of those pies are, again, handmade. We prep for Thanksgiving for the entire year. Like logistically, I start
prepping. Super Bowl.
It is. And I start prepping in January as soon as we're done. And then you get like 3 weeks before it's Christmas. So we immediately go into corporate gifting and Christmas pies and teacher gifts and yeah, it's just wild. But it's so fun. It's an exhaustion like you've never experienced. But yeah, I think I always like the morning of that Wednesday morning when people come to pick up that line, it just humbles you every time.
Yeah.
You're like, dang, these people still
they need me.
They still come out here and they still want our pie and they're still willing to, their hard-earned money and spend it here with us. And, we have a system like my husband and brother-in-law are outside at the tent for the walk-in people who didn't pre-order, which everyone should pre-order, please. And then my sister's at the front door with a binder that's about this thick of every single order. And we're just and we've got runners and we are bagging pies and we have a crazy system.
That's wild.
And then Pie Day's huge. It really is. It's seriously one of our biggest holidays, which my husband loves. He's a math guy. So he's like, this is just perfect. And we sell a ton of the 4-inch. We do companies love to celebrate Pie Day. And so
accounting firms, they're probably just eating it up.
Accounting firms, it's so funny. And then schools and all of that. So it's really fun. And then we've got some other holidays in there that just kind of keep us going, and it's great.
On a normal week, normal day, no crazy holidays, what time do you guys get there? Because baking is an early morning thing. I've come to learn.
It is. Usually between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m., just depending on the traffic.
Not as bad.
It's not terrible. We have a wonderful baker. Her name is Lynn. She's been with us since day one.
Nice.
And that woman can run circles around all of us. So we just don't get in her way. She goes in and it's like she's just gliding and she can pump out hundreds of pies. And I'm just like, I can't keep up.
She's just like, get out of my way, please.
And then it's not her favorite thing, but we hand peak our coconut cream pies. And every peak that you see on a coconut pie, it is hand done.
Nice.
And no one does it like her.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I mean, they look great. They always taste, and that's what I've noticed every time I go. When you go to places, especially the handmade places, there's always some sort of variation. It's been the same for me. I know exactly what I'm getting. I haven't had anything that I'm like, oh, that tasted different this time. Yeah. It's always been the same.
We really try. We pride ourselves, we want to use really good ingredients. And that's been hard with inflation and things, getting so high there for a while and then back, it's always fluctuating. But I always tell myself, I want there to be a quality ingredient, quality ingredients. I want you to have an experience when you come in, it should be, welcoming and warm, and you should have a good pie. Now, listen, things happen, and we are always, I always tell the community, like, please share that with us. We have teenagers, we have people who it's their first job, we have sometimes ingredients are messed up or whatever. So yeah, things do happen, but really we really try to make sure not only do you have a quality product that you're, again, spending your money here with us, but also just like a great experience.
Yeah. We're big on like, if there is a problem, please let me know.
Yes.
And like, don't just blast it. Like, I want to know because I want to fix it. I don't need you to like stew over it. Like I like knowing. Yeah. I want to make it better.
Absolutely. And we love feedback, and we have some really great customers who have been with us for a long time who will, send me an email and be like, hey, listen, like this was a little off, or, hey, I tried to come and pick up at this time. It wasn't ready. And I'm like, well, we gotta dial that in. And, that's so meaningful. Mm-hmm. And people think like, oh, they're coming for you. I'm like, they're not coming for me. No. Like, please don't go to Google first. Please come to me first. I promise I'll try to make it right. But yeah, feedback is always welcomed, and we're very grateful for it. So
you say you try to give back a lot and be a part of the community. What are some of those initiatives that you're involved with? Yeah.
So that is something that is very important to me. We are here because of the community, and there's just some really incredible organizations around here that are doing some awesome things. So first off, we have our Pie It Forward program, which is so fun. So like, for instance, this month, 20% of sales from our lemon icebox pie are going back to the Piper G. Amundsen Foundation. They're working to build the first pediatric hospice house here in the greater Charlotte area. And so there's that one. We work with Feed and See for the food bank. We work with Cool Kids Clubhouse, Young Live Families. There's just some, like, that's our way to, pour back into them. We also do like their auctions. We provide desserts, or we provide auction items. And then really, like, I love working with schools. So Teacher Appreciation comes around. I get flooded with emails, and I want more than anything to give pie to every single teacher, to give gift cards, whatever. We have to be mindful, but like, teachers hold a really special place in my heart. And they do incredible work, and they are our future. And so we love to give back in that area. And then, so that's one of our big ones. We have given thousands and thousands of dollars back into the community. We have our roundup program, just like you would see other places where you can round up. We do that one with Feed and See and Cool Kids Clubhouse. But yeah, like there's just some really, really awesome people around here.
Yeah, and we're very like involved with that with our law firm. And so I was scrolling your Instagram and seeing like all the things you guys were giving back to. I was like, oh, they're like us. They like helping out and giving back as much as they can. And it was when I started seeing that, I was like, oh, this is going to be a lot easier to just kind of like hang out, because this is like someone that we usually talk to. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, like, I don't know that, like, there's a lot of purpose in owning your own business. And like I said, doing it with my family is like so special, getting to be a part of the community. But like, if I can't give some of that back and like really, give back to the community and give back to the people who have allowed us to be here, it just doesn't feel as meaningful. It really doesn't. And so we're always looking at ways that we can, pour into that more. But right now our Pie It Forward program is like our favorite. So like, a nonprofit gets to come in, they get to pick the pie. And then we feature it usually, for a week or a month or whatever. And then we get to write them a check.
That's always nice.
Right? They love that. Yeah.
So it's when we're recording this, we're closing in on the end of March here. I guess Easter's probably your next big hoorah. Yeah. What's your pies? Because you guys change them, you rotate them. What's some fun pies you got coming out right now? So the lemon icebox is like my favorite seasonal pie. Okay.
I love the peanut butter and chocolate. That's our daily flavors. But lemon icebox, we are usually only have it like early spring. For the last 2 years, we've kept it all summer because people love that pie. It's very similar to our key lime. It's just super refreshing. It's light. So we carry it. And then like come August, like people come in and start like buying like 6 and 9, and like 4-inch. And they're like, I'm putting them in my freezer. Or like I'm putting this in their freezer for, you think it'll be good at Thanksgiving? I'm like, maybe. But yeah, so that's our seasonal. We'll be bringing out some other fun ones. We'll have strawberry for Mother's Day, blueberry in July. And then we'll be gearing up for pumpkin season.
Yeah.
But we also have random ones that pop up like peach, banana cream, triple berry, things like that will rotate. But right now it's lemon icebox, and we are, accepting pre-orders for Easter and getting ready for that. And then it'll be Mother's Day.
Awesome.
And dads don't pre-order for Mother's Day, but we want to encourage them to. I always say that.
You know which season it is when the women are pre-ordering like they're supposed to. And then the guys come in like, I know I'm supposed to have this. It's tomorrow.
Don't worry. We have plenty for walk-ins, but we do tell people like, hey, if you want a specific flavor, she does, like you want to place a pre-order.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. So I did the wrong thing of this. I was scrolling your Instagram before you came in here. So I'm now very hungry. But for people that want to find this Instagram and see everything that you guys have, it might not be smart to do it. So beware. It's very good. What's the Instagram handle?
It's Buttermilk Sky Pie .Huntersville. Mm-hmm. So we're on there. You can follow us on Facebook. And then, we've got our online pre-ordering link posted everywhere. So like that's the best place to guarantee your pie. But then we always have pies available for walk-ins. So come see us in Birkdale and pop in, get a pie. We'll be starting up our Cloud Nines. I don't know if you saw that one.
I noticed it.
That is any 4-inch pie mixed in with ice cream.
Yeah, I noticed it. I might be by for that.
Those get really popular as it's getting warmer outside. So we've got all your options.
Awesome. Well, guys, check out Buttermilk Sky Pie over in Birkdale. And you definitely won't be disappointed.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course.